Welcome to my channel. I wish I'd never done this video. It is still very surreal to me. I'm still in the denial process. Like, during the day, I sometimes forget about it, but when it comes to my mind again, all of a sudden I feel horrible. And it's a very strange feeling. I learned the news via my friends. I was washing the dishes. I was cleaning the dishes. And, you know, I'm still in shock, I believe. During today, I wanted to cry, but I couldn't cry. Like, it is like this big giant stone right on my chest, and I can't not get it off. I mean, it is still surreal because I still wait for the moment that they're going to come out and say this was a big joke and it was a dirty prank and it's not going to affect us because at the end of the day we're just going to wake up from this nightmare. It's also important to say that that was the first time that I experienced the death of someone so close to me. I mean, no one from my family that I care passed away. Prior to this, another artist passed away, and I cried so much when he died because I was so little. But right now, it feels like I lost my ability to cry. It's a suicide, and I don't know how to feel. Should I be happy that he actually released his soul from the pain that he obviously was going through and we couldn't help him? No one helped him. No one was able to help him. A lot of people started, got this awareness about the extent of mental illnesses, and they are very real, and it can affect all of us. I called my sister when I learned the news because for the longest time when my friend wrote me on WhatsApp saying, did you hear what happened to Jonghyun?" I was like, damn, something happened. But I didn't expect this. I thought it was like an injury or a psychological breakdown. Nothing to the extent of this. And I should have seen that coming because I was feeling very bad the previous day. I felt like something was going to happen, and this fear of death appeared in my mind right when my partner was leaving my house. And I was worried for my partner because I thought something was going to happen to my partner. But I dismissed the issue. But before doing that, I strangely thought about the members of SHINee, like about Taemin specifically. But then I condoned myself saying that they're like celebrities. They have guards, and like if they were sick, they could get medical procedures done because they have the money, obviously, hopefully. But no, nothing really matters because Jonghyun just committed a suicide. It feels so strange because I know the SHINee is never going to be the same again. And I have been a shawol for 8 years, like almost 8 years. I got to know them in 2009 and became like a really big fan in 2010. And let me tell you something, SHINee is like a band like no other. Watch my previous reactions. They're just so different from everything else. Like there's a reason that very famous and successful. They're so much fun. They are great dancers, great singers, but most of all, they have personalities. All of them. All of them have their unique personalities. And they were the only band in SM Entertainment that didn't have a member leave or they didn't dispatch. Nothing have happened to them since like 11 years, or I guess they debuted in, no, it was almost going to be 10 years. They debuted in 2008. It was going to be 10 years. And I don't mean to say that Jonghyun is the reason that we are sad now, or Jonghyun is the reason that SHINee is not going to be shiny anymore. Because as true shawols, people that have really appreciated them for years and have always supported them, I blame myself for not being able to hear or notice Jonghyun's suffering, and to think that even his sister maybe was not aware of it. But I think because the way he committed suicide is a very slow one, he inhaled like toxic gas. That's how he died. I think we as shawols have left a smile on his face. I think I really think that Jonghyun is a very beautiful person. I've always seen him cry at concerts. That shows how important we were for him. And I believe I really connected him on a personal level because he also supported the LGBTQ. He supported the minorities in the society. So he had a beautiful heart, very tender soul. And you know, I feel proud and I feel lucky to have experienced being a shawol, being a fan of SHINee for 8 years. Wish I was there since their start, but I wasn't into K-pop. But my initial introduction to K-pop was, or my actual fandom was with SHINee. And I couldn't be more thankful. I'm so thankful for Jonghyun for showing us his amazing voice, his amazing acting at times, like his skits in Saturday Night Live. I think, like, I remember the time there was this show on TV about like SHINee members. They were going to a place of their own choosing and having a holiday there. Jonghyun, I believe, went to Japan, Osaka, I believe, or I believe he went to Japan or Taiwan. I don't know, but some Asian country where K-pop was known. And he comes across a fan, and that fan actually rushes after him to get a signature, and the pencil she brings is not working, so she rushes back, and she's going to bring another pen, or she initially didn't bring a pen, I don't remember. And Jonghyun just stays there, waiting for her. He could have left, but he didn't because he's a very good person, and he has a very kind heart. And maybe that kind heart couldn't handle so much pressure. He died at the age of 17 on 18th of December 2017. And I mean, I really hope that SHINee dispatches. That will be very difficult, I know, but I don't think SHINee is going to be the same again after Jonghyun. Like, it would give all of us so much pain to see them perform without Jonghyun. And it doesn't mean that I don't want to see them together either. It's just maybe they could change their name. I don't know. I'm just speaking as thoughts appear in my mind. They're not very organized, or I didn't prepare any script for this. I just really wanted to feel and really wanted to express my emotions without any filter. I think I lost my ability to cry because I cried a lot, and after a while you just lose it. But that doesn't mean I'm not sad. I just maybe I think I learned how to cope with like difficult situations. I'm just I think I'm overall very thankful for him. When I was going to school today, I looked at the faces of many people, and that's going to sound horrible, but there are some weird people on this earth. Like, why not them, but Jonghyun? But that's not a good frame of mind. I'm not the one to decide who lives and dies. Everyone deserves to live. But I also watched Get the Treasure and like commented that this is the last MV that SHINee performs as five members. It is. At the time of recording this video, as I haven't searched, SM Entertainment hasn't made an official announcement, but they'll have to. Police of Gundam and his sister confirmed it. Like, what is there to say? What is there to say? I think I'm speechless. Still in denial. You know, a moment comes, and when I think about it, it is such a difficult concept for me because I cannot wrap my head around the idea that SHINee will never be the same anymore. It just can't be. It just can't be. And I know how SHINee is so dear to me. This is a blow like that's going to last for the rest of my life. That my favorite band is not there anymore. And Jonghyun was one of my favorite members. Like, I don't mean to put them in a value evaluation, but it's just I loved his voice, his vocals. He has a very strong voice. It's just and as a final like an ending message, I think all of us should stay strong as shawols. I think we know, and only we can know the pain we go through. I'm sure I really appreciate the support from other fandoms, but this is a time for us to stay together and really embrace his existence and thank him, and hopefully he's in heaven. There has not been another time that I wanted to believe in the concept of heaven more than now. I really hope that he's in a better place now. I hope something like this never happens again. Like, a member can leave, the band can dispatch, but this is different. Like, this is different, because it is he no more. I hope no one has to experience this because it's very difficult. And in Turkish, we have this saying. Maybe you guys have it in your own native tongue as well. Don't die with the dead. It means life goes on no matter what. And it is going to go on. People will live their lives. People will live as if they've never known Jonghyun, which they haven't, and it made no difference in their lives. Like, I told this to my mom, and she was like, "Oh, that it was the handsome guy, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Oh, okay." You know, because why would she care? Oh God. So it is time for us to stand together as shawols and support each other. It is very important that we don't blame Jonghyun for his suicide, because some fans might do that. Because I really believe in the shawol community. We are a very good fandom, and SHINee is a beloved boy band. And we will never forget him. I think this is the best way for us to say thanks to him. We never forget the beautiful moments he made us experience with his music, with his acting, and with his support on Twitter. And I believe we will stay as proud shawols for the rest of our lives. I will never forget him, and I'm sure many shawols won't forget him. And I believe we are lucky to have known such a beautiful person. And let us hope that he is in a better place now. Thank you for watching. Stay strong.